the top fragrances that I really hate smelling on men. So, I've said this before, there are not very many fragrances that I actively hate, but there are quite a few that I dislike and do not enjoy smelling most of the time. And I'm going to start with one that used to be more in neutral territory for me, but slowly became a little bit more disliked, which is AQUA Dior. So AQUA Dior, everyone knows it. It is a very, very famous fragrance, very popular in the 90s. The problem, well, it has several problems. My main qualm with it is its lack of longevity. It does not have very much staying power, hardly at all. Now, the smell itself is not that bad. It's just a pretty simple, oceanic, herbal scent, but with its lack of longevity, it just annoys me. As soon as I smell it, it's like, it's just such a weak fragrance, and besides that, it is so overused. It has, it's because it was so popular, it's, again, kind of just like, what about it? There's nothing special about it, nothing interesting about it. So, it's definitely not one of my favorites. It's just kind of bland, when you just eat noodles with butter and nothing else, just bland. So, definitely, I am not a fan of that one. Then, this one, and I have seen quite a lot of people agree with this, which is 1 Million by Paco Rabanne. This is a popular clubbing fragrance because it's so strong, but it's also very, very sweet for a men's fragrance. I personally am not a big fan of sweet fragrances, and at least for men. And I also know quite a lot of other people don't enjoy sweet fragrances on men either. And this isn't just like, oh, it's a little bit of this sweetness, it's more of a natural sweetness. This is more like candy sweetness, which is very much in your face, very powerful, very intense, kind of overwhelming. So definitely I do not like smelling this. I know it's supposed to be this like kind of rich guy, intense sort of fragrance, especially again for clubbing, but it is just a weird fragrance. It's too sweet, it's too intense, too in your face. Just definitely not one of my favorites. I do not like smelling this one on people. It could have been made much better, tone down that sweetness, less candy, less sugary. But that's how it is, and again, not one of my favorites. Then I would have to say Davidoff Cool Water. And I have a little bit of a mixed feeling with Cool Water. It is definitely not the worst, but it's kind of in the same vein again as AQUA Dior, where it's an oceanic fragrance. It's meant to be this fresh, crisp, kind of summertime men's fragrance. But again, it is really bland. It is one of those that has been used so often, and it was so popular. Everyone was wearing it at some point, and it's just not special. It doesn't have anything that makes it stand out. Longevity is lacking again. I would say maybe a little bit stronger than AQUA Dior. I would say it's a little bit more even synthetic smelling than AQUA Dior. So it's really not great. It is kind of past its due date here. And there are many other aquatic, fresh summertime fragrances that are much better than Davidoff Cool Water. And so whenever I smell it, it's just kind of like, go away. So if you're looking for kind of an aquatic scent, there are many better options you can go with. Then the next one here, I would say Guerlain LOM Ideal. This one, I would say it's a little bit medicinal smelling to me. Again, it's not horrible. This is actually more high quality, I would say, than, AQUA Dior or Cool Water or things like that. It is higher quality. It's a little bit more complex, but again, it has that certain medicinal quality to it, which I can't really shake. It's just like, alright, this kind of smells like some sort of medicine and I have the flu or something. So not the best. You know, you could do better with that genre of fragrance. It is pretty long lasting, but again, it just has that strange sickly medicinal quality to it. And that also kind of ties into the next one on this list, which is Dior Fahrenheit. So a lot of people like Dior Fahrenheit, but also quite a lot of people do not like Dior Fahrenheit. I have kind of mixed feelings about it. It's alright. It's alright, but again, the medicinal thing. So, you know, it has that red color, it has a very sharp approach to its smell, and it kind of reminds me of cough syrup, especially with that red color that it has. You know, you got like that cherry cough syrup. It's not really a cherry fragrance, but still that kind of association, I guess, and also how sharp it is, how it kind of has a strange smell almost. But again, these fragrances smell different on each person. So some people it might smell really nice, and other people it might smell not so nice. So it really depends on your body chemistry and how it reacts with that fragrance. But you know, just kind of in general, these fragrances strike me as not the best. And I think medicinal is one of the worst qualities a fragrance can have, just because, I mean, usually it doesn't bring up good memories, but also because it's just kind of sterile smelling. So yeah, these 5 are really not high on my list of men's fragrances. There are definitely quite a few other ones that would do much better on the majority of men. So at least that's what I think. That's my opinion in this video. So let me know what you guys think about these choices. Let me know if you agree or disagree down in the comment section. If you liked the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.